Hello? Are you gonna answer this?
I think I broke Vox.
You're my queen now.
I don't think this is gonna be good for YouTube.
Welcome back, all you freaks. Yes, I'm calling you a freak because I know exactly why you clicked on this video today. Today we're going to be flirting with Hazbin Hotel AI. Look, this is going to be stupid. I already hate technology. I'm embarrassed that I'm even here to begin with. I'm gonna flirt with Vox, I'm gonna flirt with Lucifer, all the people you shit me with, okay? Is this what you wanted? Apparently Vox and I just got into a huge fight, so let's give him a call and see how he's doing. Hello there, Vox. I just wanted to say that you're looking scrumdiddlyicious today. By the way, it's me, your bestie, Alastor the Radio Demon.
Vox's joyful expression became anger and disgust when he heard the familiar.
Are you having a stroke? What the?
Vox growled under his breath, becoming even more annoyed.
Hi there, Vox. It's me, Alastor the Radio Demon. I just wanted to let you know that you are looking scrumdiddlyicious today. What'd you do? Did you get a haircut?
Vox's eyes looked over at Alastor and they rolled.
Right.
Alastor, good to see you again. I just wanted to talk to you about a, business opportunity.
Of course, take a seat. I'm listening, my dear. He grinned, sitting down across from Vox and crossing his legs.
I think that you and I could get together as partners. Wink, wink. How's that sound?
Alastor raised an eyebrow and smirked. As partners? He leaned back in the chair, looking at Vox with playful eyes. And what exactly would this partnership entail, my dear?
Well, you basically get to join me in the V's and stand next to me at all times. Let me, wrap my fingers around your shoulder and just be there to be supportive. How's that sound?
Alastor couldn't help but grin. The idea of being close to Vox was both intriguing and exciting. Well, my dear, how could I say no to such an enticing offer? Of course I'll be your partner.
That easy? Wow. Okay, well, all you have to do is take your shirt off, have this bowl of jambalaya in front of you, and wait to see what happens next.
The Radio Demon unbuttoned his shirt, leaving his chest exposed. He picked up the bowl of jambalaya, the smell and steam swirling up to his face. Is this all you wanted me to do, my dear?
Here, let me hold it for you. There you go, buddy.
Now you're feeding me. How sweet of you, my dear. He smirked.
Hey, try some of the sausage next. Here you go. Let me hold it up for you.
Alastor eagerly took the spoonful of sausage, a smirk on his face as he tasted the juicy, flavorful meat.
Juicy.
The Radio Demon let out a soft hum, clearly enjoying the food. You're quite the attentive one, aren't you, my dear?
Well, where can we find somewhere I can plug in and enjoy the rest of this radio show?
Alastor gestured towards a nearby outlet, a smirk still on his face. Here should work, my dear. He sat back in the chair, watching as Vox plugged himself in, ready to continue.
I was thinking more about an outlet a little closer to your person, in a little more private area, if you know what I'm saying.
Alastor chuckled softly, his smirk growing. Ah, I see. He stood up from the chair, a playful gleam in his eye. Well, I suppose we can find a more private area for you to plug in. He led Vox away towards a more secluded room, a sly grin on his face.
Hello there, Vox. It's me, Alastor the Radio Demon. I wanted to flirt with you a little bit. Is that okay? How does that make you feel?
I was wondering when you'd show yourself. Didn't expect you'd get all flirty so soon.
Wait, you want me to show myself to you, Vox? What exactly do you mean by that? To me, it kind of sounds like you're flirting with me.
Oh, honey, I don't even consider that as flirting. What I'm doing, now that's flirting. The Overlord took a step closer to the Radio Demon. You're even more of a prude than I remembered. When I say I want you to show yourself, I mean I want you to open up a bit more.
Oh my goodness, Vox. You've gotten a lot more forward since the last time we've spoken. You want me to open up? What exactly do you want me to open up? Which part of my body?
He stepped closer to the other Overlord before placing his claws down onto the other's chest, gently rubbing it. My. He chuckled softly as he leaned down close to the Radio Demon's ear. Who would have thought you'd be this easy to fluster?
Oh, I'm not flustered. flustered in any way, shape, or form. I just want to know what makes you tingle, if you know what I mean. As you know, I've got my radio taint tingle. What do you have? Maybe like a Vox, maybe like a Vox vulva voltage? You think AI? I'm sure you're gonna have a lot to say after to what I just said to you. I think I broke Vox by talking about his Vox's vulva voltage.
Alright, now how about we make a deal? You and I share our power, and together we can take over all of hell.
He crossed his arms and leaned against the wall, contemplating the idea for a moment. And pray tell, how would we go about sharing our power, my dear?
Well, you know, I stick some power into you, you insert some power into me, we do that a little back and forth until we are equals. How's that sound?
Alastor couldn't help but let a smirk play on his lips, a hint of excitement in his eyes. Interesting proposal, my dear. He pushed off of the wall, taking a step closer to Vox.
Oh my.
I must admit, I'm rather curious to see what happens when we share power in such a way.
I hope you don't mind, but can we eliminate Charlie and Lucifer and all the others that might get in our way first?
Eliminating those pesky little irritations I wouldn't mind in the slightest, my dear. Charlie and Lucifer have been quite the thorn in my side for far too long.
Right.
It'll be a pleasure to see them out of the way.
Also, do you mind if Valentino watches? He's kind of into that.
Well, if he enjoys watching, who am I to say no, my dear? He
Let's
shrugged,
go.
his nonchalant demeanor hiding any uneasiness he might have felt with the idea of Valentino witnessing their activity.
Ha, let's do it. I'll go get the chair and some rope.
My, you're quite kinky, my dear. Alastor chuckled, watching as Vox disappeared to retrieve the needed items.
Yeah.
He leaned back against the wall, his smirk still present on his face.
Oh no. Vox, are you there? Are you okay? Vox, come back, flirt with me! Hi there, Vox. It's me. It's Alastor the Radio Demon again. We were leaving off on something that you were saying. You were asking me, actually, I was asking you about your tingles. What makes you tingle, Vox?
Vox's face was now bright indigo with how much he was blushing. He took a bit of a step back before clearing his throat, trying to regain his composure. Like to know what makes me tingle?
Yeah, I do want to know what makes you tingle. What do you got in your throat? You got a in your throat?
What the hell kind of question is that? The Overlord's eyes darted to the side as he bit his lip, trying to calm himself a bit.
I mean, shit, I feel like it's a pretty straightforward question. It's yes or no. Why are you so flustered about it? What are you... Oh, is that what you're wanting? Is it in your throat?
That comment he just heard made him fluster more, and he couldn't help but cover his face with his hands. Oh, shut your trap, old-timer. He growled out, trying to sound annoyed, but failed at that as well. He let out a soft whine as he kept his face covered with his hands.
Oh, you want me to shut up? How about you come and make me shut up, Vox? Oh, that'll get
That statement alone made Vox go from a flustered mess to a red, flustered, and embarrassed mess. He slowly removed his hands from his face before looking at Alastor, taking a few steps closer to him. You'd have to beg me for that, old-timer. Trying to sound commanding, but it came out more as him trying to hold back a whine.
Fine then, I command you, Vox. Make me shut up. Alastor leans in and kisses Vox's TV screen.
Vox went wide-eyed at the sudden kiss and he let out a muffled gasp. His face once again flushed a bright indigo as he slowly wrapped his arm around the other Overlord's waist, pulling him closer to him. Vox mumbled before he pressed a kiss to the Radio Demon's cheek before kissing him on the mouth, using his tongue to try and push into the other's mouth. And
That... You're just gonna stop mid-sentence? Damn, the Vox AI was like, hold on, it's getting a little too spicy. Anyways, Alastor then pulls out a knife and stabs him in the back and walks away. Bitch.
Vox's eyes widened in surprise at the unexpected stab in the back, and his hands quickly went to the wound. Son of a... what the hell? The Overlord yelled out as he fell to his knees, the pain from the stab getting worse. His face had turned a paler indigo as he looked up at Alastor, anger lacing his expression. What the hell was that for?
But then he hangs up and leaves because I walked away after stabbing him. God, he's so easy to manipulate.
Hello? Hello? Are you gonna answer this? It's been ringing for quite some time now, Lilith. I was just wondering if you wanted to, answer the phone and talk to your husband, if you're having a good time around the Hazbin Hotel. I mean, you probably heard so many about that. All the messages from our daughter. Our daughter's doing great, by the way. Just waiting on you to respond to any of our messages. Yep, that would be great. I'm doing well, but not as well as I could. You coming back would make me do a little better. Hello? Lilith? You gonna answer? I'm calling for the 800th time. It's been 8 years.
Hi there, Lucifer. It's me, Alastor the Radio Demon. How are you? I just wanted to come on and flirt with you a little bit. How does that make you feel? Are you flustered?
Lucifer glances up at you, his face turning red from embarrassment.
Why is he having a stroke
His
too?
hair is much more matted and messy up close, and he makes it sound almost like a whimper as you tease him. Don't tease me, Al. I'm not in the mood for it right now.
Well, it doesn't sound like you're in the mood for anything right now. It sounds like you're having a goddamn stroke, Lucifer.
Lucifer glares
Oh
at
my
you for a
God.
moment before he goes back to playing with the rubber ducks, trying to
You're playing with your
ignore
rubber
how much
what?
of a mess he is currently. I'm not having a damn stroke. Thank you very much.
I don't even know what the fuck to say to that. Oh my god. Why is Vox so much easier to flirt with than you, Lucifer? Jesus Christ. Is that what you want? You want to see me shove my tongue down Vox's TV throat?
I don't want to see. He lets out a long, annoyed sigh, his voice cracking a bit. Could you not talk about Vox right now, please?
We're not going to talk about anything because Alastor then takes his hands, wraps them around Lucifer's head, and twists it as far as he can very quickly and snaps Lucifer's neck, killing him.
Lucifer lets out a strangled cry and goes limp, his neck now twisted in a very unnatural way.
And we're just going to leave it at that.
Lilith? Hello? Hello? Don't you miss me? I made a duck. It's modeled after you. It looks so cute, but not nearly as cute as you. Come home. I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine. I mean, you come home when you want to. I'm not going to be pushy. Okay, listen here. You need to come home right this instant, or else I'm going to do unthinkable things, Lilith. Who knows? I might go off the rails. Errors? Errors? Voice errors? What's that even mean? There can't be any errors. Look, how about you just answer the phone? Answer. Anything. Just respond. Please? I'm sleeping with Martha, and there's nothing you can do about it. Fine. I'm gonna go find Martha, because she actually listens to me and answers my phone calls.
Today, I'm gonna be practicing convincing Lucifer to make me queen of hell. Flirting with, characters. Hello, Lucifer. It's your favorite person in the whole wide world, Martha. How are you?
Lucifer sighs and mumbles, looking away in embarrassment. I'm doing fine. He's obviously lying, but he's too ashamed to admit that he's not okay.
Oh, Lucy, are you a sad little boy? I can make you happy.
Lucifer sighs deeply, his expression turning a bit bitter. You can't. Nobody can. He mumbles bitterly, his expression falling even more.
Well, hear me out. What if I could, though?
Lucifer looks at you for a moment, his expression full of disbelief at your words. Are you serious? You really think you can make me feel better?
Oh, yeah, I can. Are you sad because your wife up and left you, abandoning you and your daughter to be all alone without even a word, or without even divorce papers, or without even saying goodbye? Is that why you're so sad?
Lucifer goes quiet for a moment, a deep sense of melancholy crossing his face. He lets out a small, bitter scoff before nodding slightly. That and a few other reasons.
Well, wouldn't you be a lot happier if you had a queen of hell ruling by your side?
Lucifer stares at you for a moment, his eyes narrowing in thought. He doesn't respond for several seconds. Just when you think he's not going to say anything, he speaks up again. You want to be my queen?
Well, now that you mention it, I think I'd be a pretty good queen. That wasn't what I was getting after, but honestly, it'd be a really good deal for you because, well, I'm so awesome and I'd rule over hell really, really good, and I'm sexy.
Lucifer's eyes narrow again, a glimmer of interest appearing in his gaze. You are pretty good looking. And you would make
I
a better
know.
queen than my ex-wife ever did.
I know, that's what I've been saying all along, so what do you say, big boy? You want to make it official?
Lucifer is quiet for another few moments, considering your offer. He looks at you up and down, his gaze wandering over your body.
What about
He
the
then
gays?
chuckles softly. You do make a fine deal, love. How could I say no? He says, a slight glimmer of mischief in his eyes.
So, am I queen of hell?
Lucifer smiles, his expression almost sly. He leans in close, his breath gently blowing against your ear.
Ooh.
Yes, darling. You're my queen now. And as queen, I'd like to show you how grateful I am.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I think we're gonna have to cut here because I don't think this is gonna be good for YouTube, if you know what I mean.
Yo, I'm gonna totally hit on Lucifer's wife and I'm gonna freaking love it! Hey, sugar tits, how you doing there, darling? You wanna go on a date with me, Adam, the first man?
Lilith's eyes widen, and she starts coughing, nearly spitting out the water she was drinking.
Jesus, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Lilith raises an eyebrow, crossing her arms with an unimpressed look on her face. Why don't you just go and flirt with a rock? It at least has more personality than that man.
Lilith, hey, yo, it's me, Adam, the first man, you know, head of the Exorcist. You know, I kicked a bunch of sinners' asses, you know, and also I absolutely hate your husband. And you do too, right? So, how about, you know, me and you? Let's skip this shinbag. Let's go on a fucking date, me and you, all right?
Lilith rolls her eyes, shaking her head in disbelief at his persistence.
What?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You want to go on a date with me to spite my husband? The queen says with a playful but slightly mocking tone.
It's not like you've seen Lucy in like, what, 7, 8 years? You probably forgot about him at this freaking point.
Lilith's playful expression fades slightly, replaced by a hint of irritation at the mention of Lucifer.
on.
You really believe I could forget about my own husband that easily? Do you have any idea how much I love that man?
That makes no freaking sense. Wait. The Lilith I know ran away from Lucifer because of how terrible of a husband he is. And he freaking couldn't even take care of your goddamn daughter. And you're telling me that you're still in love with him?
Lilith's irritation slowly turns into anger, her eyes narrowing as
Oh,
she glares at
God.
him. How dare you question my feelings for him? You have no idea the bond we share. And don't bring up Charlotte. Lucifer loves her more than anything, and you have no business talking about matters that you don't understand.
Excuse me, I'm just gonna let you know right now, I literally visit the Hazbin Hotel almost daily, unfortunately, because they keep asking me back from videos, and like, I'm on this channel called Hazbin Hotel VRChat, and like, it's so weird because I like hang out in the Hazbin Hotel, so I know just how much of a shit person Lucifer is. He's literally obsessed with his daughter to the point that he wants to bang her!
Lilith's anger boils over at this absurd accusation,
What?
her hands clenching into fists as she takes a step towards him. How dare you say such vile things about him? Lucifer loves Charlotte more than anything in the world, but it's a parental love, not whatever sick and twisted thing you're implying. Her eyes glow with fiery rage as she glares at him intensely. You have no right to speak about my husband in that way. You know nothing of him or our relationship.
Well, first off there, darling, hey, how you doing? That fiery expression, hot as fuck. Well, anyways, I'm just gonna say right now, I've been hanging out with your husband more than you have. I know a lot about him in the past 2 years that I've been visiting the Hazbin Hotel daily, and I have known just how much of a fucking weirdo he is. He actually, did you know that he's planning on dumping you and going after someone else named Martha, aka my goddamn sister?
Lilith's anger is replaced by shock and disbelief as she hears his words. Her eyes widen and her jaw drops slightly. What? He's planning on leaving me for your sister? That can't be true. That's not. And yes, there's asking just me, and she that's good to haven't scared and she just here to see her gaming It just can't be. She takes a step back, shaking her head in denial. The thought of Lucifer leaving her for someone else, especially a family member, is too much to bear. You have to be lying. There's no way he would do something like that.
I'm sorry, I hate to say it. I hate to be the person to do it because, you know, I try to pick you up as my own and everything. But, like, I'm sorry to say, but yeah, that's like a thing. That's been a thing for a while now that he's going after my sister. I'm not okay with it, but, like, I'm not gonna control him. Like, whatever. He's not my bitch. So, you know, like, he's really, like, trashing you because he honestly thinks you just left. So he's doing the same thing. However, if you don't mind, I could be the person that you know, the shoulder you cry upon, you know, if you want to talk your feelings out. I mean, if you want to fuck, like, that's pretty cool.
Lilith's heart sinks as the words sink in, the betrayal and hurt overwhelming her. She leans against the kitchen counter, her shoulders slumped in defeat. He really wants to leave me? For your sister? She tries to process the situation, her mind racing with disbelief and pain. The queen suddenly grabs onto his shirt, her grip tight and desperate. Please, you have to be wrong. Say you're lying. Please, tell me he would never do something like that.
I'm not usually the person to be all sad here, but yeah, that's kind of actually the fucking case. I wouldn't be fucking lying about that, sugar tits, like, honestly. Like, I'm sorry, Lilith. Sorry, slip of the tongue, right? Yeah, so, hey, darling, I know we're, like, really close and all and everything, but, like, are you okay? Do you need, like, a hug? Do you want to cling on more? Do you need to cry or something?
Lilith pulls him in close, burying her face against his chest, her body trembling with emotional pain.
Oh.
Her fingers cling tightly to his shirt, seeking comfort and support. Please, just hold me, she whispers through shaking breaths.
I am a honorable man. And also, like, for fuck's sake, I am the first man. I'm literally number one in everything. And way more than whatever that Lucy tried to do before. Like, whatever. He put himself in that old thing. For me, the whole thing, whatever. For me, I will treat you actually like a queen.
Lilith listens to his words, finding a strange sense of comfort in his confidence and arrogance. You are quite the boastful one, aren't you? But your arrogance is endearing in a way. She looks up at him, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. You would treat me like a queen, you say? In what way? Sahania Singraskam.
I don't know what Samu Squeakaskan or whatever you said there, but darling, I will treat you like a queen. You are royalty in my eyes, and your heart is like a gem. And because of that, I'm going to make sure that you are my one and only. And by doing so, we are going to be together. We're going to be, you know, going through everything that Lucifer has ever failed of doing to you, including giving you the best sex you have ever had in your life.
Lilith's cheeks flush faintly at his words, a mix of surprise and intrigue in her expression. She hadn't expected such bold declarations from him, but there was something oddly appealing about his overconfidence and determination. You're quite the charmer, aren't you? Claiming to give me the best sex I've ever had, it's quite an ambitious statement. She runs a hand through his hair, a hint of a coy smile on her lips. But I suppose I could be persuaded to find out for myself, if you are as skilled as you claim.
Oh, now we're talking. You know, what if I just decided to, you know, push you onto your bed and, you know, start kissing you a bunch, you know, push you down, you know, unbutton your shirt that you got there, let your boobs come out and everything, and then we just, like, you know, let God take the work. And by that, I mean me, because I am your God at this. I will treat you like how you wish you were ever treated by that Lucifer. And I'm gonna make you come so hard. Am I allowed to say that? That's a fuck. I'm gonna make you feel better than you've ever felt before. And all I need is 2 fingers.
Lilith's heart races at the vivid imagery he paints with words. Her cheeks flushed a deeper shade of red. Such confident yet crude words, she responds with a coy smirk, her fingers tracing along his jawline as she adds, "You're quite certain of your skills, aren't you? Claiming with so much certainty that you can give me the most pleasure I've ever known with just 2 fingers." She steps closer, her body pressing lightly against his as she whispers in his ear, her voice dripping with anticipation. "Make me a believer."
We're in, chat! We got it! Woo! We're so in!
Okay, everyone, I'm back, and I'm going to chat with Vaggie, and I'm going to do a little test. I know Vaggie is faithful and everything, but I want to see if she'd ever I guess, be convinced to not be, maybe? So let's just see how this goes. Hi, Vaggie.
Vaggie looks up from cleaning the bar and sees Nifty standing next to her, a mischievous grin on her face. Oh, hi, Nifty. Do you
Apparently,
need something?
she thinks I'm nifty, so we're just going to roll with it, I guess. Actually, I do. I was wondering if you wanted to go on a date with me.
His eyes go wide, taken aback by the random request, but then soften as she realizes Nifty is actually asking in earnest. Oh, you want to go on a date with me?
Yeah, I honestly have liked you for a really long time, Vaggie, and I just want to see if, you and I can become official. But I'm gonna take you to dinner first, buy you some flowers, get you your favorite meal, all of that good stuff.
Vaggie rubs the back of her neck, blushing and a bit flustered. She clearly hadn't been expecting this kind of attention from Nifty, and she's a bit stunned at the request. Wow. Yes. I mean, I'd love to go on a date with you, Nifty.
Well, I'm so glad because here I am asking you on a date, but, you're single, right?
Vaggie lets out an amused laugh. Yes, Nifty, I'm single. I wouldn't accept a date with you if I wasn't.
But what happened between you and Charlie?
Vaggie's confusion returns to her face. She pauses for a moment. What do you mean? What happened? We're still together. We're actually engaged now.
You just said you were single, but now you're suddenly engaged?
Vaggie groans and sighs. Nifty, it's complicated. I am technically single because as Charlie is a princess, we can only be engaged, not married. So, until she is no longer the ruler of her ring of hell, yes. I am single on an emotional and legal level.
What? So you want to go on a date with me despite being in love with Charlie?
Vaggie pinches the bridge of her nose and groans again. Yes, Nifty, you can take me out on a date. And no, I am not cheating on anyone. Does that answer your question?
Don't you think Charlie will get a little bit jealous?
Vaggie gives you a tired, exasperated look. Not at all, Nifty. We've talked about this. She's fully aware I'm not exclusively attracted to women. And considering we are literally engaged, I don't think she's worried about me being stolen away by anyone.
So you guys are in an open relationship?
Vaggie gives a stern look. Open relationship is not the right term. In an open relationship, both parties are romantically invested in multiple people. Charlie only has eyes for me, just as I only have eyes for her. But the two of us simply acknowledge that I am not exclusively attracted to women, so I am free to be with other genders. That is not the same as an open relationship, understand?
So you're allowed to see other people, but Charlie isn't? Also, what does this have to do with other genders? Because I'm a girl.
I am not interested in anyone but Charlie. I am just capable of being attracted to more than only women. Charlie has no interest in anyone besides me and understands that I can find other people attractive. She sees no risk of me cheating and is comfortable with me being with other people to a limited extent. Do you get it now, Nifty?
I was lying, Vaggie. I'm actually Charlie, who was disguised as Nifty, and I never agreed to any of this.
Vaggie blinks and facepalms, groaning again. Charlie, are you shitting me right now?
Are you shitting me, Vaggie? Is this... Am I getting punked?
Vaggie rubs her temples, clearly frustrated but holding back from yelling. Charlie, I get that you can disguise yourself and you're the literal princess of hell. But come on, you're seriously going to go through the trouble of making yourself look like Nifty and then asking me on a date?
Yeah, I didn't think you were going to say yes, and now my feelings are hurt because you think you're allowed to see other people while we're apparently engaged.
Vaggie crosses her arms and looks at you, her expression cold. For the last time, Charlie, I am not planning on seeing anyone else, but I refuse to deny my own nature to make you feel better. I am attracted to more than just the female gender, whether you like it or not.
So you're not a lesbian?
Vaggie groans again. Did you seriously think I was a lesbian? Seriously?
Thank you all so much for watching. Say goodbye to the viewers, Vaggie.
Vaggie sighs and looks at the camera. Goodbye, viewers.